sharpest edges I've ever seen.
Hey, knife community, this is Blade Love coming at you from the Sharpest Edge Man Cave, and I am just on the 29th day of the carry contest, the rule number 9, and no one has caught me off guard as of yet of carrying a blade, which is something that everybody should consider making sure they don't get caught off guard, because getting caught off guard could mean being unprepared, or even worse, could mean your life. Um, a lot of people have come up and said, "Hey, which knife you carrying? You got one? Do you make sure?" They make sure, and um, well, they walk away with either a nice sharpest edge card, or they walk away with the Blade Love sticker. Crazy stuff. But anyway, I enjoy meeting everybody out in public. Unfortunately, this week I was a little homebound due to some health issues, but I'm going to get back out again and hopefully uh, get out into the community, do more walks. The people in my neighborhood have been very cool coming up and compensating for the people that I'm unable to get around in other communities and saying, "Hey man, are you carrying your blade?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got it right here." So, and so much for today. So it's been an interesting day. I've been reading a lot of knife forum news, and also just some literature on new knives. And man, there are so many great new knives coming out. But one of the biggest things right now that I have noticed in the knife community is the U.S. blade versus overseas made blades. And I've always been a real stickler about making sure that um, everybody in the global community is included in knife popularity making, and just, I just love to see um, different ideas presented by different companies and countries, and from all over the world. I'm not just saying United States, I'm not saying just Pakistan, China, I'm talking Japan, Sweden, Germany, Italy, Spain, uh, any other country, even Egypt and other knives. I love to see different knives. Um, One thing that I try to encourage people not to do is just put your nose up at a knife that's not United States. Now, we have a lot of great United States knife makers. One of my personal favorites is Hogue. Um, I knew Hogue um, through the gun world before the knife world, and when they stepped into the knife world, they really impressed me, and they still impress me because every part of Hogue is made in the United States, and I love it. I'm very much a patriot, but I am very much a lover of all knives, all over the world, all over the globe, and I don't put my nose up at a $10 knife or a $5,000 knife. I just love blades that just are fascinating. Artwork, um, utilitarian, um, military, hunting, anything. A lot of interesting knives out there. But the one thing that I've been seeing in the community a lot are people that shame others for other knife choices, oh well, the only knife to get for OTFs is Microtech. You know, if you don't have Microtech, you ain't got shit. Or a folding knife Hinder, for example. If you don't have Hinder, you don't got shit. And I see a lot of these posts, and I really get discouraged about that, because I know the knife community is better than that. I know that the knife community has a lot to offer, and new and young people coming up in the knife community don't need to see that, because a lot of people don't have the scratch in their pocket to get a Microtech or a Hinder on their first run out into the community. It takes a while to build up there. I mean, I started collecting when I was 5 years old, and I'm 50 years into it ish, and it takes a while, and not everybody has $1 million to spend on knives. They have other responsibilities like families, children, cars, life. Of course, KLF. Knife life forever, ain't that right, Andrew? Anyway, but let's be a little more kind to people. And I see it more and more on posts. It's horrible. I understand that we're having issues in the world right now with China and other countries and that, and I understand people talking about slave labor and all that. But you know what? If you're so stuck up on slave labor with regards to Chinese knives, then take off your sneakers, take off your shoes, take off your clothing, because I'm willing to bet the clothing you're wearing has been made in Uzbekistan, Pakistan, um, China. I know the shoes, the sneakers that cost $400, $500, Air Jordan and all that BS, costs, ridiculous amount of money that they were made originally for $1.75 in a sweatshop in Bangladesh or China. So, it's kind of like, please don't talk that stuff if you don't walk the whole walk. That's just the way I feel. This shirt, made in America. Yeah, yeah. I do insist on very few things made in America. My clothing is one of them. Um, and it irritates me to no end. But um, let's be kinder to people out there. I mean, the knife community is one of the biggest, greatest acceptance groups in the world. I mean, we all have one love out there, and it's the love for the bladed weapon, and it is a love that can take you all over the world. Um, you know, China makes some beautiful pieces. India makes beautiful pieces. Pakistan has some of the most beautiful Damascus. Um, these places have been making swords and knives. Japan, I don't even want to, I mean, their swords, their knives are phenomenal. Their steel is phenomenal. You know, American steel, we have a lot of good steel ourselves. We're the mixologists of steels. It basically, we have a lot to offer other countries, and they have a lot to offer us. Um, so while our governments and politicians squabble and feud and play whose dick is bigger, just do one thing. Just remember that people like me, people like you, live in other countries and are just trying to eke out a living like everyone else. And one thing that makes us all equal in the knife community is that we all share a passion for knives. Now, we always have our own politics in knives, don't we, guys? We have the which knife steel is better, which company is better. We have all that fun stuff, but we don't get nasty with other people. I mean, I've actually seen some really horrible people take like some really cheap and ugly shots at people because they like a Chinese made knife or they like a Taiwan made knife. I mean, let's look at Spyderco has overseas product, you know, and they're a very good knife company. I love Spyderco. Benchmade has an overseas product. K-Bar has some overseas product. There are a lot of wonderful American companies that has started out in America and, have some lower end or secondary market that includes an overseas product. And we can't just turn our nose up at that and, it is what it is. If there would not be a supply, if there wasn't a demand. So we have to remember that. And also be kind to those folks who have a lower budget than others. Okay. Um, because there are people that actually have to eat food instead of buying a knife, you know, and some of these knife prices in some areas, like a Microtech this big being $650. Sorry, you know, I'm a gun man myself. I will not spend $650 on a knife this big just because it comes out. No offense, Microtech, but I would rather spend that money on a SIG or a decent sidearm. But that's me, and I can get a really quality fixed blade, which I carry more often than foldables actually, for about that price, and I would rather. So it's just a personal preference, but still, I don't go around going, hey, if you don't buy this, you ain't shit, because I always believe, will always believe, and have always stated that what knife is best for you is one, the knife you choose, two, the knife you choose and can afford, and three, the knife you choose, can afford, and enjoy for yourself. It is all about you and what knife is best for you. So, I gotta step down off my soapbox. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, it's a beautiful day out today here in Reading, PA, and it's sunshine out there. I'm gonna try to sit out in the porch a little bit and enjoy some fresh air. Also have to post my carry knife for today, which didn't really change. I carried another fixed blade. I seem to be carrying the large fixed blades a lot. I mean, large. The last one, I don't remember where I put it. Oh, crap. I have it in my man cave here, but I forgot where I put it because I've been kind of organizing things. I probably ended up putting it away. But do I have a knife? Yes, I do. I have a knife with me. Just in case. I have one. Oh, and where's it made? Let's see, where's it made? It's made in China. I don't care. It's a really cool looking knife. And it works. And it's a nice blade. And I enjoy it. That's all that matters. Anyway, you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and keep feeling free to come up and check me. I mean, pocket checks, whatever. I enjoy talking to anybody about knives or my passion of collecting knives and buying, selling, trading. It's just what I do. I love it. All right, folks. Well, this has been Blade Love coming at you from the Sharpest Edge in the Man Cave. Out for now. Catch you on the flip side. Take care now. Bye-bye.
You got the sharpest edges.